I would say, oh, I don't know. You've got me there, but we're playing the absolutist game here, and if you get sucked into it the way you've sucked me into it, of course I have to at some point say no, of course, but I don't believe in absolutism, and I don't believe necessarily in utilitarianism either. I think that I think when it comes down to it, we each have to make our own individual call.
Do you believe in objective good and evil?
Objective good and evil.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you believe?
I won't be neutral here. I'll say I believe in objective good
and
evil.
You're doing a lot of neutral stuff here, Luke.
I said I won't be neutral.
Oh, you won't be neutral.
I will not be neutral. I do believe in objective good and evil.
I see. Okay. So you believe that there is you believe that that there is
I believe there's a transcendent moral code that runs the universe.
So there's a Satan, and there's there is a Jesus, or something equivalent to that, whatever your.
Well, I don't believe in any Satan. I definitely don't believe in Jesus, but I do believe in a transcendent source of morality called God. But do you believe in a transcendent source of morality called God?
A higher power, a transcendent source of morality. Yes, I think I do.
Then if you believe in a transcendent source of morality, then you do believe in objective good and evil.
What if I told you I didn't?
Then I'd ask you, how do you believe in a transcendent source of morality but not in objective good and evil?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'd have to refer you to quantum physics and say I believe in quantum physics, but I also believe in we're getting way off base here. I'll just let it go that I believe in a higher power and move on from there.
Is this your first novel?
Yes.
How is the process of writing this book different from writing your other books?
Well, it took longer. And I guess I did a lot in the course of writing a novel that you and I have been doing here and over the last 10 or 15 minutes in terms of arguing the big questions in the course of writing my narrative. I have an ongoing conversation with myself about who I am and how I fit into the universe. And writing a novel is one way of dealing with that.
What was easier? What was harder?
How do you mean?
What was easier in writing a novel than writing a nonfiction book, and what was harder in writing a novel than writing your nonfiction books?
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, when you write a novel, you are creating your own universe. You're creating your characters. You're creating your plot. You're in the driver's seat. In some ways, that's easier because you don't have to necessarily consult facts to drive home your point, or to follow the dictates of good storytelling, i.e., conflict, surprise, suspense. But you can write kind of without restraint, in a sense. But what I found rewarding and continue to find rewarding in writing nonfiction is that it gives me an opportunity to get paid while I am exploring the world around me. By that I mean, well, I had this professor when I was in journalism school many, many years ago who said that if you like graduate school, then you are in the right profession, because being a journalist is akin to being a lifelong graduate student. And I like being a lifelong graduate student. I like moving from topic to topic, or in the case of biography, from interesting individual to interesting individual. And nonfiction is rewarding because of that, because when you explore a life or a subject in detail, it helps elucidate your own life.
Did your agent or publisher say anything interesting to you as you thought up this book and put it forward and sold it? And
say anything interesting to me? Well, I mean, they've brought up many of the same questions that you brought up. I mean,
about God and objective good and evil?
Nah, I'm afraid that's left to people like you and me to toss around, because out there in the marketplace, quite frankly, they don't give a damn. No, but I like my agent. Wanted to know after reading the Candlestickmaker whether it was true that that the Navy was experimenting with drugs on its sailors, and I mean, I answered her pretty much the same way I answered you. I mean, they didn't experiment on me, to my knowledge, although the fact that I can't commit to an objective good and evil may be indicative of my having been drugged when I was a teenager by the United States Navy. Who knows? But you see, Pal too can play at that game. Anyway, but I mean, she brought up. My agent brought up the same kinds of questions that you're bringing up to some degree, and I got the same kind of response from editors at publishing houses. So you have it.
Harder to get fiction such as this published than a nonfiction book on a murderer?
Oh yeah, fiction is always harder to publish than nonfiction. Because I don't know exactly why, but I guess there's a finite market